Greetings and salutations, this is Techrodot here, back with more .hack GU Volume 1 Rebirth. There's been a little change of plans with the plans for the Let's Plays I'm doing this volume of run-on games, but I'm still confirmed to do Hi-Fi Rush next. That's still gonna happen. I'm still confirmed to eventually be doing Volume 2 of this game. I just gotta get through Volume 2. Volume 2 is like twice as long as this game, so it's gonna take me a lot longer to get through it. I might even put it off till next volume of run on games, but it is gonna happen. I am gonna do Volumes 2 and 3 of this game eventually. But for now, we're just getting Volume 1 out of the way, a hat in time. Hi-Fi Rush. I got another game that I started recording because I was originally going to do Life is Strange True Colors, but I kind of like backed out of that. I also originally had plans to do Resident Evil Revelations 2 for a Let's Play this volume, but I think I might do Resident Evil 1 Remake instead, just to have all the remakes released out of the way, and then I can like go to the Revelations games next. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do. I might even do Revelations 1. But it's between those three games, but only one of them is going to happen this volume because I am trying to like ease up on the Sonic and Resident Evil Let's Plays because I've done too many of them already. And yeah, I'm talking over cutscenes, so I need to shut the fuck up.
So, what do you think is located on the other side of this wall?
There's nothing. The graphics for backgrounds that can't be seen by the players are not rendered in order to save processing power.
That's just like you. Yatta. But I can feel it. It feels like there's something being held back behind this wall. This place is a prison.
A prison? That was very dramatic and quite poetic, considering it came from you, Ovan. However, in that case, the question is, between the existence that lies beyond the wall and us, which is the one that is in the prison?
I'm going to leave before the pursuer gets here.
Oh, he of fair eyes! My comrade, it's you! Thank you for coming! The sign made by the hated Triad is this way. He might come back at any time. Let us wait and ambush him.
You're sure that Triad is going to show up here?
Of course! My animal instincts tell me that criminals always return to the scene of the crime.
Don't tell me. You love cop shows, right? So, according to your animal instincts...
That I don't know. Could be 10 or maybe an hour. Hey, he'll see you! Go! Get away from... Or a month, or maybe half a year? But I don't want to ignore the possibility of 3 years.
There's no point in waiting here. I'll head back to town.
I swear there is something really sus about Ovan and that one dude. I forget his name. I'm sorry, I forget his name, but the guy that leads GU, him, like, they're both really sus. Here's the thing. They're not sus in a way where, like, oh, they're definitely the bad guy. Not like that. It's more so they're sus in, like, what the fuck are they hiding? Kind of sus, you know? Because, like, there's another character that I'm sus about being an like a potential antagonist eventually. I'm not going to mention his name just in case I end up being right, because again, I still haven't beaten the second game, and if he becomes an antagonist later in the second game, I don't want to mention it due to possible spoilers. But there is a character in the second game that I'm very like sus of, especially in the second game, because he starts being even more sus in that game than he is here. But yeah, there's definitely like a few sus characters here, but there's only one I'm like predicting is definitely a major antagonist, but he's like hiding it, and it's not Ovan, that's for sure, and it's not the other guy that's leading GU. I know the guy that's leading GU is on the good side, I know that for sure. I just don't trust him because he's hiding shit. Like, he's obviously hiding a bunch of shit. Some of that shit I already found out about in Volume 2, but there's still some stuff that I know he's keeping from us, even beyond that stuff. And that's why I don't trust him. But we'll be doing Volume 2 probably after Hi-Fi Rush, or alongside it if I get done with the recordings of the parts in time. We'll see. Volume 2 of this is going to be a much longer Let's Play, because it's a 30-hour game, if I remember correctly. I need to double check. It was either Volume 2 or 3 that was a 30-hour game. How long is Dot... How long is Dot Hack GU Volume 2? Let's see. Oh, 20 hours. That's not that bad. That means I'm already a third through that game, by the way. Just to give you, like, context of how much has been recorded. I've recorded, like, 7 hours of that game already. So I might be able to upload it alongside Hi-Fi Rush. I might be able to. We're gonna have to wait and see. Part of me though wants to put it off and have it be the 5th game in this volume of Ronan games, because I'm getting like a copyright label under these videos. So I think going forward, like any future parts I record, I'm definitely going to like turn off the game music and either edit in music or just have there be no music. I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet, but we're gonna have to wait and see. I'll probably just have there be no music, or I'll just deal with the little copyright label, because it hasn't been copyright strikes. And as long as I don't get a copyright strike, we're fine. I don't monetize off this shit, so as long as it's not a copyright strike, we're fine. And again, I'm talking over cutscene. I need to shut the fuck up.
Serves you right. She noticed the avatar, you know. How are you gonna handle this, Emperor? Well, don't you worry about it. I'm gonna fight her before you will. Just you wait. I'm going to take her down without even using my avatar. And after I'm done with her, next is...
It doesn't interest me in the slightest bit how you choose to fight her. But I will tell you one thing.
Huh?
Alkaid is a very strong fighter. As you are now, there's no way you can defeat her. No, not without using the avatar anyway. Don't get yourself so blinded by your foolish pride that you lose sight of what's in front of you.
I can't beat Alkaid? There's no way in hell!
What, you think you can win every time? That you won't lose?
Damn straight I won't!
Look, kid, I don't know anything about the problems you and Endrins might have had in the past. But the arena is not the kind of place where you can survive on false pride alone. Even if you train till you drop and you work with all of your tactics, there is still a small chance that something could upset the whole situation in the actual battle. But the minds of the fighters are filled with their short-sighted pride, making them think that victory can come easily. That empty pride is turned into shackles. Shackles that hold you down. Why can't you or Alcade see that?
That damn Antares, talking like he knows it all. Damn it. Makes me sick. Guess I'll log out and check my email.
I swear, I wonder how much that voice actor got paid to say that one line, because he says it like 27 times in this first game. He says it a little less often in the second game. It still gets said, but like, he says it a lot less often in the second game, but like, who's this voice actor again? I know. I recognize the voice. And I've looked at the voice cast before. Hold on. Voice of Haseo. I know it's not Sam Riegel. That's who voices Syllabus. Hold on. Voice of Haseo. .hackgu. He is voiced by, drumroll please, Yuri Lowenthal. I knew I recognized the voice. Him and Syllabus were both like immediate voices I recognized when I started playing this game. I recognized a couple other voices too, but I would have to look at the voice cast to really tell you who I all recognized, because I don't remember, like, I'm not listening to the gameplay, so I really can't like call out the characters exactly because their voices aren't in my head. But let me give it a second. Voice cast .hackgu.
This time is Alcade. Well, I guess I better
There
go
we go.
register.
Okay, so Haseo was... Hold on. As previously mentioned, Haseo is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, and Syllabus is voiced by Sam Riegel. I'm trying to look at the cast, because I know there was one or two other characters I recognized immediately who they were voiced by. I'm just trying to remember. I guess not. I don't recognize these voices. Well, I don't recognize most of them. I recognize a couple, but the voices they do are a little different from what I know them from before this game. So I guess it was just Yuri Lowenthal and Sam Riegel. I just immediately... I hope I'm saying that right, too. If I'm butchering his last name, I'm sorry. But those were the two I immediately, like, recognized. I just had to search up who they were, because I was like, wait a minute, I've heard these voices before, because Syllabus literally sounds exactly like Donatello from the 2003 Ninja Turtles, and I was like, Sam Riegel? Like, I immediately remembered his voice actor's name, but I had to look up Haseo's, because I've heard his voice actor everywhere, but like, I was gonna say everywhere too, but I've only heard Sam Riegel like in 3 things. But I've heard Yuri Lowenthal everywhere. It's just that his voice kind of sounds like an anime protagonist voice. So, like, whenever I hear him, I'm like, I know who this is, but I gotta look up the name. Like, because it just sounds like a anime protagonist voice. The voice of Makoto Naegi from Danganronpa has a similar issue, but his voice stands out a little more. I can almost immediately recognize it. He voices Silver the Hedgehog as well, and he also voices a few other characters that I can't really remember at the moment, but I've heard them from like 3 or 4 things, just like I have Sam Riegel. But yeah, those were the 2 voices I just immediately recognized, though, was Yuri and Sam. I was just like, damn, I know these voices. Like, it's hard not to recognize that Donatello voice, I'm just saying. Anyway. That's a little bias talk in there, too, because Sam Riegel is my favorite Donatello in terms of Ninja Turtles. My favorite of each one kind of varies. Like, my favorite Leonardo's definitely, like, I want to say it's Seth Green. I want to say that's my favorite Leonardo. And then my favorite Raphael is like the 1980s one. It just varies. Like, I've seen all 3 or all 3 of the main cartoons. I'm not gonna
She
talk
did say
about
she'd come, so I'm sure there's nothing
the
to
other
be
one.
worried about.
But yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
gonna shut up.
Hey, what the? Who said that I was worried?
I'm here. Phew. I'm so glad I made it on time.
Adelie.
You made it!
Yeah.
Did something happen, Atali?
You gotta listen. While I was on the bus, I sort of fell asleep. I missed my stop and ended up all the way at the last stop. I was like, oh man, where is this place?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Haseo, the semi-final match is about to begin. Please finish the registration process.
Oh, the match is about to start. Let's go, everyone!
The other one I was talking about was Rise of the TMNT, which I haven't seen much of, but I will appreciate that show for one thing. I think it has the best Michelangelo voice the franchise has ever had. Because, like, yeah, the Surfer Dude voice is kind of iconic, but, like, it kind of gets ear grating after a while, especially in the case of Greg Sipes. No offense to Greg Sipes, because he does a wonderful job with other characters, and he even does a wonderful job with Mikey sometimes, but, like,
Me too.
after a while, his Mikey just gets a little annoying. It's not really his fault, it's more so the way he's written in the earlier seasons of the 2012 series, where that kind of makes him get annoyed because he, like, yells a lot more, and, like, he says a lot more stupid shit.
Enjoying yourself.
That's really what it is.
There's a much bigger reason for this, deeper than the ocean. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, you! Yeah, Cooney's coming with us. What's with her?
I mentioned earlier that Pi just becomes a great character after you save her. This is just more evidence. Like, I just love her character from this point on. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. Her character's just great from this point on. Even in the second game, like, she's just great.
Almost as if you think he has a chance of winning.
Oh, that hurts.
But it's the truth. Let's face it, if he fights normally, he will lose. He's fighting former Emperor Alkaid. Her skills are quite formidable. Even if Haseo has leveled up a bit, it's highly doubtful that he's closed the gap in skill.
I wonder. That may be true, but he's been training hard up until just recently, you know.
Coon. You know what your biggest fault is? Is that you always run away from inconvenient conclusions. Let's face it, there is no way that Haseo can win this fight. Not without using his avatar.
Yeah.
Which means he's definitely going to use it. When that happens, when he uses it, what are you gonna do about it?
The tournament semi-final match. Today, we meant to bring you commentary from the Guildmaster of Ikolo, Mr. Tayaku. Instead, we provide you with commentary from the Holy Palace Emperor. Mr. Sirius, thank you. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Sirius. In today's match, we have Alkaid, the former Emperor of the Demon Palace. I heard the condition for joining Ikolo is to be an Arena Emperor, but...
It's not a condition, it's a qualification.
Oh, of course, it's a qualification. Unfortunately, Alkaid was robbed of her throne by the current Emperor, Endrance. But in this season's tournament, she's aiming to try and reclaim her place. Do you have a message for her?
If you wish for glory, be strong.
Okay then, how about a comment about the opposing team, Haseo?
No contest. That's all.
Thank you.
Come on! Come on! I'll take you out in an instant!
Anyway, let the battles begin. But like I was saying before, my opinion on Pi, I couldn't really like express it in the early game when I was commentating over the early game because it would have been spoilery. But from this point on, she's pretty awesome. I actually really love her character. I love when she like gets mad at people because here's the thing: when it's just a back and forth between her and Haseo, it's pretty annoying. But when she gets mad at someone like Kun, it's just hilarious because Kun doesn't argue back. You just see her like her fury. And then there's like any moment she has with Haseo that's not so aggressive, like where she's like actually a little nicer, which you do have happen more often after the point you saved her. Is always an enjoyable moment. Like, she's just a great character from that point on. You just have to get to that point of the game because before that, Haseo being a jerk to her just makes her act like a bitch to him the whole time. And I can't blame her for it, really. But, like, after, like, the moment where, like, Haseo saves her, that's when her character, like, gets really good.
What? You think you can win every time?
Even during that mission, her character's really good. If I'm not gonna lie, even during that mission, her character's, like, really good.
You and I are on totally different levels. Get it?
Damn. Damn. Damn! Just you wait. I'm going to take her down without even using my avatar.
It's not a place where you can win just because you say it.
No, not without using the avatar.
A rival? Him? He looks weak.
Fantastic! It looks like Team Haseo has done it again, folks! Just when everyone thought Team Alcade had this match in the bag, Team Haseo has exceeded our expectations! I'm at a loss! What more can be said than amazing? It's unfortunate for Team Alcade. What do you think, Mr. Sirius?
So, you're nothing more than a big fat cheater as well. I'll never forgive you!
Kun. I think it's about time that you answered my question once and for all. So tell me, what's your plan? What are you going to do about Haseo?
Haseo. He thinks it's acceptable to do anything, just as long as he wins. Well, I'm gonna show him how foolish he is. I'll teach him how frightening avatars truly are.
So much for not using your avatar, Haseo. That time, I don't think he could control it, honestly. I think he lost control there, but we get a moment later on just how scary it is to lose control of an avatar. We really do. It is a really, really intense story moment, and I love how well it was executed. But you'll get to see it. I don't want to spoil it. I'm just gonna, like... Yeah, I'm just gonna keep a lid on it because it is a really good moment. I don't want to spoil it. I've already given away what basically the basis of it is, but like you already kind of feel like it's coming. So not really too much of a spoiler. It's just the execution of it is where the surprise is because you already know a moment like that's coming because of the way the story is being told, but like the execution is surprisingly really good. And that's like, this game's actually pretty good at that. Like, whenever it wants to execute a story moment really well, it executes it really well. Like, I gotta give props to this game for that. I also love this game's voice cast. I think I've already said that before. I'm not too big on Alcade's voice, because Alcade's supposed to be like a teenage girl, but she sounds like a little boy, and that kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. But, like, aside from her, everyone else sounds great. Alcade's like the one exception. I think what the VA was going for with Alcade was trying to make her sound like a tough tomboy, but it doesn't come off that way. It kind of just sounds like a little boy, and that's where it really bothers me, because, like, I love her character once we get to know her character a little more. I love her character design and all that stuff. I just can't stand that the voice does not fit. And that's like my one issue with the voice cast, is just Alcade. I don't think her voice is fitting at all. But everyone else does a phenomenal job. Everyone else does a phenomenal job. I gotta say that right now. Definitely, like, I would say the highlights are definitely the voices of Haseo. I would definitely say the voices of Haseo, Cood, Pi, Adelie, and Ovan. I want to say, like, those 5, really good job. I also enjoy the voice acting for that one character, the one that, like, bullies Haseo early on in the game, and then, like, later on you fight her as, like, the first main arena match. You know who I'm talking about, the that one lady, the one that, like, wants to fight Haseo really badly, and she's like a PKer or something like that. But her, yeah.
Not surprising that he's not here anymore.
I like how her voice was done too.
He's still around?
Did this motherfucker fall asleep?
Hey. Damn it. Did Tri-Edge get you? Hey! Hey! Hang in there!
This motherfucker really fell asleep.
Passed out. He's not waking up. I'll head back to town. Sakaki? Huh? What the hell is he doing here? Adelie?
Well, Adelie, do you sense anything?
Yes, it's very small, but I hear a sound.
I see. Then, do you hear anything on the other side of the wall?
I can hear something from the other side, but it feels very different from this.
Then it looks like I guessed wrong. Too bad. I thought for sure the main body of this would be sleeping here.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, it's all right. You don't have to apologize. I have great faith in those abilities of yours.
Thank you very much. Sakaki, I'm happy to be able to help you on this task. You know I'm always here for you.
Very well. By the way, have you noticed any change in Haseo?
No, not especially.
Then that's fine. Please continue to keep an eye on him. I am counting on you.
In the end, it's still Sakaki this, Sakaki that, Sakaki everything to her. Looks like he's got me in his sights too. Still, what was that they were saying about hearing a sound? Why am I getting all worked up about this? Well, it's nearly time for the final round of the tournament. Guess I'll go check my email or something.
So remember when I said I was really sus about someone like who might become a main villain later because there's heavy hints of it, and we just got one of those heavy hints right there. Yeah, I'm still not gonna say his name, but like really big hint at who I was talking about there, because that's the first moment where he's like outwardly sus, like it's so obvious. But there is a chance that he's not actually a villain, he's just hiding stuff like the other guys are doing, and he's actually a good guy, but I wouldn't put it past him if he actually turns out to be an antagonist. Like, I can kind of feel it coming. Anyway, I'm going to be ending off the video right about here, so bye!